On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Benevolent.
Well-meaning and kind, serving a charitable or philanthropic purpose.
Examples:
Benevolent gesture. A benevolent individual. The benevolent donor's contribution to the charity greatly impacted the lives of those it served.
Proverb.
A short saying that expresses a truth or gives advice based on practical experience.
Examples:
A hackneyed proverb. Ancient proverb. The famous proverb actions speak louder than words reminds us to focus on deeds instead of words.
Rejoice.
To feel or express great joy or happiness, to celebrate or express gratitude for a happy or positive situation or event.
Examples:
Rejoice over a victory. Rejoice at the moment. We should all rejoice in the good things life has to offer.
Boast.
To talk about someone's accomplishments, wealth, or abilities excessively with undue pride and self-satisfaction.
Examples:
Boast of his success. Boast a long history. This town boasts a national park.
Encephalon.
The entire mass of the brain, including the cerebrum, cerebellum, and brainstem, the principal part of the central nervous system, responsible for processing and coordinating sensory information, motor responses, and higher cognitive functions.
Examples:
Injury to the encephalon. Functions of the encephalon. Damage to the encephalon can result in severe cognitive impairment.
Quotient.
A degree or measure of a specific quality or characteristic, the result of dividing one number by another.
Examples:
Quotient rule. Creativity quotient. My intelligence quotient is below average, according to the test results.
Chimpanzee.
A small, very intelligent ape found in West and Central Africa with black or brown fur.
Examples:
Chimpanzee behavior. Chimpanzee society. Many zoos have chimpanzee exhibits, allowing visitors to observe these intelligent primates up close.
Convergent.
Tending to come together or meet at a point, merging or intersecting, characterized by similarities or commonalities, particularly in different fields or areas of knowledge.
Examples:
Convergent beam. Convergent thinking. The similarities between the two cultures suggest convergent evolution.
Neuron.
A cell that is specialized to carry information within the brain and between the brain and other parts of the body.
Examples:
Excite the neurons. Neuron cell body. Our body transfers information along each neuron using an electrical impulse.
Synapse.
The fact or state of failing to finish an activity and of stopping using, making, or doing it.
Examples:
Synapse circuit. And at a synapse. Animals transmit nerve impulses through synapses.
Hippocampus.
A major component of the brain of humans and other vertebrates that is part of the limbic system and is vital for memory.
Examples:
Involvement of the hippocampus. Neurons in the hippocampus. The hippocampus is crucial for learning and memory storage.
Recollection.
The act of remembering or the state of being remembered.
Examples:
A vague recollection. Recollection of a traumatic event. The older man's recollections of his youth were filled with stories of adventure and romance.
Adaptable.
Able or willing to modify or be modified to deal with new situations.
Examples:
Adaptable enough for the environment. An adaptable person. We seek a candidate who possesses adaptable fighting potential.
Rote.
Repetition of something to the point of memorization, especially of facts, without fully understanding it.
Examples:
Rote memorization. Learn by rote. The students were taught math facts through rote repetition but struggled to apply them to new problems.
Memorize.
To learn something carefully so that you will remember it exactly.
Examples:
Memorize musical scores. Try hard to memorize the lines. Lawyers need to memorize even the most minor provisions of the law.
Matriarch.
A woman who is the head of a family or social group. A woman who is the founder or dominant member of a group.
Examples:
Ruled by a matriarch. Matriarch figure. The matriarch of the family was known for her wisdom and guidance.
Outwit.
To defeat or overcome someone cleverly or cunningly by outsmarting them. To be more clever or cunning than someone else.
Examples:
Outwit a problem. Outwit his competitors. He could outwit his opponents with his quick thinking and clever strategy.
Infrasonic.
Relating to sound waves below the range of human hearing, typically below 20 Hz.
Examples:
Infrasonic sensor. Infrasonic electronic waves. Infrasonic waves can be used for communication, such as in long-range submarines.
Rumble.
To make a low, heavy continuous sound.
Examples:
Rumble an order. Rumble down the dirt track. The thunder rumbled in the distance.
Recreate.
To make something that existed previously happen or appear to exist again.
Examples:
Recreate a single country. Recreate the feeling of the 1920s. She recreated the atmosphere of the pre-war age with her stage setting.
Empathy.
The ability to share another person's feelings or experiences by imagining that person's situation.
Examples:
Full of empathy. Empathy for patients. Empathy is also necessary to understand history.
Altruism.
The belief or practice of disinterested and selfless concern for the well-being of others, unselfish devotion to the welfare of others, often expressed as acts of kindness or charity.
Examples:
Acts of altruism. Altruism in society. His act of volunteering at the homeless shelter was a clear example of practical altruism.
Mourn.
To feel or express sorrow, grief, or sadness, especially over the death of someone.
Examples:
Mourn with deep grief. Mourn death. We mourned the loss of our dear friend at the memorial service.
Poach.
To illegally hunt, fish, or take wildlife from private or protected land or waters without permission. To cook food by gently simmering it in a liquid, often with added spices or seasonings.
Examples:
Poach on his land. Poached deer. The chef poached the eggs perfectly for the Benedict breakfast dish.
Ivory.
A hard, creamy white substance that comes from the tusks of elephants, walruses, and some other animals, and is used to make ornaments and other decorative items.
Examples:
Tower of ivory. Ivory carving. The intricate carvings on the ivory tusk were a work of art.
Captivity.
The situation in which a person or animal is kept in prison or a space that they cannot escape from.
Examples:
Escape from captivity. Animals in captivity in the zoo. Pandas rarely breed in captivity.